my mind's about to pop. But enough of that noise. Time for the B-roll, boys.
Welcome back to another drunken episode of B-roll, boys. Tonight we watched Jack and Jill from 2011, directed by Dennis Dugan. I'm your host, Justin, and I've got Wes.
No, this is Jack. I'm just kidding.
No, that was gonna be mine. Fuck you.
Fuck you, dude. That was mine.
Fuck you. I was gonna
fuck
use that.
you. I'm using it.
Fine.
And Harlan.
I'm Harlan. No, I'm Harlan's twin sister.
From the Bronx! And we just watched the worst fucking thing that we've seen on this. I drank a lot.
It was Jack and Jill.
I drank his drink.
I couldn't stomach this. This is the second time I've watched this fucking movie. It was really bad.
Did you like talk about this from 2011?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Did you say that? I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I'm
I saw
like
the
punch
director,
drunk.
you fucking mark.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm punch drunk myself.
Just because we beat you.
This movie does that to you.
Wow, Harlan.
Okay, I'm sorry. Please continue.
Harlan, the fucking B-roll boys police.
All right.
Coward.
Justin.
War criminal.
Justin, why do you like Adam Sandler so much?
I fucking hate Adam Sandler.
Every Adam Sandler, yeah.
movies.
And you contemplated a third.
That's true.
I thought this would be a good whipping boy, and I forgot how bad it was. I knew it was bad. This is like 1 out of 10 bad.
Yeah, at an hour into this movie, because we had been asking ourselves
Like 5
along
minutes
the way.
into this, Harlan was checking the time code.
We'd been asking ourselves along the way, is this the worst thing we've seen? And then at the hour mark, I was like, there's no question. Why did I even ask? This is absolutely the worst thing we've seen for the show.
Justice League is close for me.
At one point, Harlan was scrolling through like our whole episode catalog, and this is 100% the worst episode.
Yeah, like I had
Like,
to do like
country
a
mile.
verses of each individual episode and be like, nope, Jack and Jill's worse. Nope, that wasn't as bad as Jack and Jill.
And we kept talking about the idea of watching Pixels going forward, which is one of my least favorite movies.
I need a
ever.
break. I need a break from Adam Sandler.
I'm not saying right now.
No, yeah, I'm just.
I'm sure we're gonna watch like fucking Thor 2 or whatever next week, but right now.
How did you know?
No, Pixels is loathsome. Like Pixels is mean, is badly spirited.
Is it
This-
worse
really?
than this?
I don't know, because the thing about so my summation of Jack and Jill is that everything is so aggressively stupid, so aggressively offensive. This is racist. This is like
Toilet humor but not that we were laughing at
look,
it.
I'm dumb. I'm really dumb.
Yeah,
I
me
laugh
too.
at fart jokes. We make fart jokes frequently. We watch this little Juggalo kid like fling himself into tables and shit. And this was too stupid for me.
Yeah.
This is so stupid I was cringing.
Even when they farted and shitted, we weren't laughing.
It's true.
It looked like a Tears of the Sun premiere. We didn't laugh once. Holy fuck. This was so aggressively horrible. You know what? My rating, 1 out of 10. I hate it.
Agreed.
This is so... I don't know if we can describe a plot.
There is no plot.
Okay, well, we won't necessarily go through the plot, but we should give a brief synopsis of what the premise of the movie is for those who are uninitiated.
Adam Sandler cross-dresses as his own twin sister.
There you go.
And he does an obnoxious, like, New York accent.
And she comes over and stays for a month.
And there is kind of a plot, but like
It's that she can't get laid. That's not a
It's
plot.
like an anthology.
Most of the movie is just like a lot of Adam Sandler movies. It's just a string of unrelated events happening. Like there's like 20 minutes where we see Jill just like doing random shit. Like she goes shopping, and then the next minute she's on The Price is Right. And, like, they have nothing to do with each other, but they happen one after another anyway. And I'm like, what the fuck? She was on The Price is Right for, like, 5 seconds just to, like, fall over and us to be like, haha, she fell.
Yeah,
what the fuck with that?
We were actually paying attention at that point, and then just all of a sudden she's at fucking Price is Right. Just out of nowhere.
I think there was a point where one of you two was like, wait, I looked down for 2 seconds and I have no clue what's going on.
Yeah, because they were like in the
every
car,
scene
and then
has
the
like
next scene
no
they were
continuity with the last one.
I went to take a shot and I looked back at the screen.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden they were having
I had to dig up my liquor.
They were having dinner with a girl
Me
who
and
was dressed
Wes.
like a Mennonite or something. Like,
Oh yeah, they're having their first family dinner
What
together
was
when
that?
Jill shows up. Who even were the people there? At
I
the
don't
dinner?
know. Yeah, there was like a homeless dude for some
was
reason.
that
Yeah,
extended
there was the
family?
like main character grandma's boy that was there. Oh yeah, the whole Happy Madison crew is like front and center in here.
Like
and
the entire
David
crew.
Spade's got big tits at the end, which is great
Ha ha, ha ha,
because he looks
ha
like
ha,
Snooki.
ha ha,
I think that was the joke from Jersey
I
Shore. Does
forgot
anybody
about
remember
Snooki.
Jersey Shore?
I didn't
totally
watch it.
forgot.
I'm straight.
Right. I didn't watch Jersey Shore either, but I was like aware of it. Al Pacino's in this, and he's shitty.
Why
Is this
Al
the
Pacino-
most,
He plays
like,
himself.
Is this the most like debasing thing that somebody's ever done?
I can't believe.
I want to know why he agreed to
Yeah.
this. Like,
He had to get a fat fucking paycheck. I don't know how much money these people got to be in this thing.
I saw Adam Sandler got $20 million for this, which is just too
That's
fucking
I
much.
don't-
He,
that-
he owes me money. Adam Sandler, dude, if you're listening to this, what the fuck, man? Send me 20 million.
You know, I think I know why he did this.
Why?
Well, 20 million is pretty cool.
Well, yeah, money because he's sold out and he's a talentless hack.
I mean, well, it seems like this movie, like a lot of Sandler movies, like it seems like he filmed it at his house. Because like every house that Adam Sandler lives in one of these movies is like just ridiculous.
That's like
And-
his past 10 movies. It's just like him just hanging out.
Well, it's like
yeah,
I
in
feel
a
like
crazy house with like a wife that's way too good for him. Like,
I feel like a lot of these complaints are going to roll over with our Chuck and Larry episode, and a lot of those complaints are certainly true. But it's always like they kind of trade one flavor of offensiveness for another. And in
Yeah.
Chuck and Larry, it was aggressively homophobic, and this is a cross between aggressively racist and just, I guess, like stupid. I know that's a broad term, but this is like the most toilet farting humor. Like, apparently this was PG.
yeah.
This is aggressively racist to be PG.
There's so
when
many
we
like
looked it up,
hopping
I
the
couldn't
border
believe
jokes.
it.
Well, and also there's a lot of like sexual innuendos and
Like-
shit like that. That I'm, yeah, why? Is
It's
this
like a
PG?
normal Adam Sandler movie, except they don't say like shit and fuck.
Honest
And
to
that's
Christ,
the only
I'm
difference.
really surprised that Carlos Mencia wasn't here for some of these like
This
hopping
totally
the border
is on
jokes.
brand
That
for
is
him.
like this is a Mind of Mencia level. Like
Oh, I agree.
I don't know. I don't know how to describe it. I've
okay.
got so much rage welled up inside of me that's
Yeah,
just
like
dying
the
in my
racist
heart.
jokes. Like there's like a whole fucking montage of Jill, because Adam Sandler's gardener is like
Birth of a Nation is less racist than this shit.
he's like, so yeah, like they have a landscaper and like he invites Jill back to some party, I guess, where his entire Mexican family's there. And like, yeah, like Justin said, like every 5 seconds he makes some sort of joke about like hopping the border or something like that. Like he's like, oh yeah, my grandma, and yeah, he sticks with like a really like cartoony accent that's like just so unbelievable. He's like, oh yeah, my grandma died trying to get over here from the fence, and now she's trying to hop the fence into heaven. I'm kidding, and that's like
Yeah,
his catchphrase.
that's his tagline.
He
is,
says it
I'm
like 20
kidding. I'm
times.
just
I'm
kidding.
kidding.
And the audience is, I know this is 2011.
And it's like 20
It's not even
minutes.
that long ago.
It's 20 minutes of her like hanging out at this party with all these Mexican people at the park, and like there's like an old Mexican lady who's like missing all her teeth, and she like passes out, and then they like stuff peppers into her mouth, and they're like jalapenos, and they just
Those
like
aren't even jalapenos.
exactly like what?
Yeah,
Like
misinformation.
I think this might be the dumbest
news.
thing I've ever seen.
It is. I hated this movie. I
This-
hated it. Like, but like, when I got here a little bit before Wes, and me and Justin were talking about how much we were dreading this, and I was like, I don't know if this is going to be the worst thing we've seen, but I have a feeling that I'm going to have a unique hatred for this movie. And it is both the worst thing we've seen, and I have a very unique hatred for it. Like there's just something about, and I feel like on paper this might not sound worse than some things we've watched, but like listeners, trust me, it is. Like, don't watch this movie.
This was like a social experiment for me because I knew this was going to be fucking shitty, but I was just watching.
I couldn't
these
have
two's
anticipated it.
faces like the whole time.
This is
watching watching Harlan like melt into the couch was infinitely more
Yeah,
entertaining.
my posture got worse as the night went on. I was just kind of
Because
like,
we kept pausing, like this is like a 90-minute movie. And
Yeah,
it took us
and we
3
took-
fucking hours to finish.
oh my god.
Because we just kept
Yeah.
pausing and like fucking around.
We just couldn't believe it. We would pause it for a time check. 5 minutes would go by and be like, "This has only been 5 minutes." It
was
felt
the
like
longest-
a century ago.
I know I
when we
just said
paused it
last week.
time.
I know I just said last week for Over the Top that was the longest hour and a half of my life, but no, I'm sorry. This is the longest
This-
hour and a half of my life.
Are you saying that this movie went over the top?
I don't know what that means in this context, but okay.
It means they went over the border.
Okay, and so Adam Sandler, right? He's like
something.
a marketer, I guess, or like
Talented.
He I don't know if that's the word I'd use. He
He's like a marketing director.
Yeah, he like makes commercials and shit. And so like,
And he's a
right
cunt. He's
right
a
off
horrible
the bat,
prick the
right
entire
off the
time.
bat,
He's
just
himself.
with that being the main character's job, they have an excuse for an ungodly amount of product placement. Like in the first 5 minutes, they are name dropping Dunkin' Donuts and like Coca-Cola and like fucking
Yeah, and like aside from that too, at every
Bud
10
Light.
minutes they're at like an event. They're at like a Lakers game. They're on
Yeah.
a cruise that has the big cruise
I don't-
ship name.
I
on the
think
side
this
of
has
it.
the most product placement
I don't
I've ever
think
seen.
I don't think I've ever
This has
seen
more product placement than World War Z.
And it was in the first 5 minutes that there was so much product placement. I couldn't believe it, and it was so like, it's so overbearing.
It's
you
so
know,
nakedly obvious. Like,
Yeah.
shameless. I guess that's the main word I can use to describe this, is shameless. I would be legitimately ashamed to have been in this in any capacity.
agree.
I don't care how much money. This is
Yeah.
this is shameful.
It was just one giant commercial.
Well,
they
that-
knew people were going to
like-
see it because it was Adam Sandler, and then that was the end of it.
Throughout the whole
Who
movie-
likes this?
Yeah, throughout the whole movie, I kept.
Who the fuck likes this? If you like
One of-
this, you're wrong.
One of the notes that I took was these actors looked at Adam Sandler playing the character of Jill and stayed in character. And like, how long does it take to make a movie, right? Like, how many people for how long had eyes on this, and not one of them was like, "No, I'm out of here." Not one of them stood their ground and walked the fuck out with their dignity. You should
Contracts.
all be ashamed of yourselves. Well, even if it
Contracts.
was contracts, you could have tried less, you know?
I just don't
You
understand.
could have
who
blown
reads
your
the
own head
script
off.
and
I
is
would
like,
have.
It would
I
have
mean, I
been
know
legal.
that Al Pacino wasn't doing that much at this time, and he's redeemed himself with The Irishman. He's a G. But come the fuck on, dude. This is so stupid on every level. Like, 11 out of 10 dumb. 11 out of 10... I feel like a boomer. This is offensive.
It makes you wonder how many people
this is the-
said no before they got to Al Pacino. And like, wait, you said yes? Really? Really?
Why did he say yes to this? Like,
Which people do you think they went through before they landed on Al Pacino? Like, Kevin Spacey was like, fuck no.
oh yeah, by the way, Jared's in this from Subway.
Oh,
Oh
yeah,
my
this
God.
is
Speaking of
shortly before the terabytes were found.
If
Yeah.
it couldn't get any worse, Jared Fogel's just at one of his parties.
Ooh, and there are kids at that party in the scene.
And the joke was that he was with like two like beautiful women, and it's just like, oh my god.
Fuck you, Jared Fogle, you piece of inhuman shit.
Yeah.
Whew. Well, Harlan, I got a question for you.
What?
I got a serious, hard-hitting question for you.
What?
So during the opening scene, the opening credits,
you come?
when they're
Oh
having
my god.
when they're having the interviews with the twins, the twinterviews, if you will.
I won't.
Did you just
I-
say twinterviews, you piece of shit?
I don't know how many of you are aware of this, but Harlan is a twin, so I just have to ask, how accurate was this portrayal?
In my experience.
Do you have superpowers?
Do you ever cuddle with your brother?
Do you- can you not come
Ooh, that
unless he's
clips.
touching you?
That's a lot to take in. We're gonna circle back to that. No, yeah. Okay. So I'm glad you brought that up, Wes, because I noted as well that the first like 5 minutes of this movie are like interviews with twins, and then after that, there's the dinner scene where it's literally just them like asking Jack and Jill if they have twin powers, like if they read each other's thoughts, if they have a secret language.
And they do.
Yeah, they do.
Is this a precursor to the MCU?
Which
Is this a Doctor
okay,
Strange
so like
prequel?
so this is biased. I am biased here because off the bat I will say that those questions are really fucking annoying for me. Like people are always like, "What's it like to be a twin?" And I'm like, I don't fucking know. I've been a twin my whole life. I don't know what it's like to not be a twin. Like that's a stupid fucking question.
Yo, do you have like a Pacific Rim mind meld? I'm sorry.
Dude, your life must be so much different than ours.
Yeah, it must be immeasurable.
Like I don't refer to my twin brother as my twin. I refer to him as my brother. So it's really not any different. I don't know.
goes
No,
my
we've never
hero.
switched places. I don't read his thoughts.
You've never cross-dressed as him?
You don't spoon.
That was a
Once
weird
when we were
thing.
little.
Yeah, Jill throughout the whole movie can't sleep unless like Jack is spooning with him.
But was that actually a thing?
Yeah,
No,
dude,
it
it
was,
happens like
it was
5
the bird.
times.
No, yeah,
she's
she
got a
spooned the
fucking
bird.
bird named. What the hell's the bird's name?
No, that was the whole
Lucy.
thing when it showed their flashbacks of them growing up. She
Can't
was
believe I
always like
remember the
right
bird's
on them
name.
to go to sleep, and then when they were adults, she did the same
You
thing.
think I remember that shit?
No, like when she was sleeping, she would leave like giant sweat stains because that was super funny, and she would sleep with a cockatoo. Haha.
I couldn't contain myself. Yeah. So they like.
They're very
I don't
close.
fucking know, man. God damn it! Oh, fuck this movie.
Very close.
Sorry, I'm cool. Okay, yeah. So they ask about twin powers, which no, that's not a thing. But yeah, that annoyed me right off the bat because yeah, that shit's really annoying. But and then yeah, like Al Pacino, he's trying to get Al Pacino to do a Dunkin' Donuts commercial.
A Dunkachino, if you
Which
will.
is how he meets Jill in the first
Okay,
place.
listen. I was already mad at Dunkin' Donuts because they got rid of the big and toasted sandwich, which was my shit.
That was pretty good. It was
But
big and toasty.
now that I know that they did this with Adam Sandler, that's the line. That's the nail in the coffin. I'm done with Dunkin' Schmunk. I'm over it.
Hey, Dunkin' Donuts. Harlan's just kidding. He's a funny guy, huh?
Yo, a couple
Give
days
us money.
ago,
Fuck you,
you're-
Schmunky Bunk.
your wife, who's a very good friend of ours, put up an Instagram story saying how shitty Dunkin' Donuts' coconut milk was.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, yo, it looks like shit. And she was like, yeah.
I don't know why she got it. She doesn't like coconut. I don't like coconut. It's like, why'd you get it?
I don't know. I'm not your fucking biographer. You can get whatever you want.
It was something new to try, Harlan. Need a little variety in your life.
Yeah, I guess. Anyway, so he wants Al Pacino to be in the commercial, and he can't seem to get a hold of him. But then Al Pacino fancies Jill, and he tries to bang her. And there's your conflict that she's not interested. I don't fucking know. How is that a movie?
Even though she cries the whole time about being
How lonely she
unlovable
is,
and
yeah,
no
'cause
one
no-
pays any attention to her.
Yeah.
Al
This is-
Pacino, sweetest guy in the world.
This is 2011. They're like, online dating. And she's like, ooh, Shabba-doo. I've never used a radar.
Oh yeah, that's the recurring
they
joke.
go
is she's
through all
always
the,
like,
like,
I don't do internet or
Match.com, trademark. eHarmony, what are those? I'm from the Bronx.
And you can Skype with them. Skype? Oh, that's anti-Semitic sounding.
That's an actual line.
That's a
Jesus
line.
Christ.
This is like, I feel like this is an insult to the term lowbrow.
Yeah, this is like the next level of dumb.
This is like a movie where Nick Swartzen is probably the most intelligent looking character.
Oh my god.
Actually, yeah.
Oh, and he's a talking point, or he's a dunk point at one point, a Duncan point, if you will, because he's an atheist.
That's the hardest I've laughed all night.
That was, I think, the most try-hard joke, was where they tried to like dunk on him for being an atheist.
Yeah. It's
Like
weird.
every joke is forced, and every
Justin,
joke
it
is
sounds
bad.
like you're a little triggered.
I'm pretty trigged, dude.
Looks like you're studying trigonometry.
Shut the fuck up.
I think this movie just has fucking bad omens just tied all around it. It's cursed. Jared Fogel's in it. Kobe was in it.
Yeah, this movie
now he's
aged
fucking
really
dead.
poorly.
man,
like
you
for
can't
a movie from 2011, this feels like it was like 2005. Like it feels way older than it is.
This should be erased from the annals of history for having Kobe Bryant in it. R.I.P.
Yeah.
I know. Johnny Depp was in it. Johnny McEnroe was in it.
Johnny Depp was in it. He was
Drew
wearing
Carey
a
was
Justin
in
Bieber
it.
t-shirt. Yeah, when they were at the Lakers game, I was really worried I was going to see one of the Red Hot Chili Peppers in the background because they're huge Lakers fans. But thankfully, I saw no such Chili Pepper. So
See, they knew. They
They're
knew to
still-
stay
yeah,
the
they
fuck
knew to
away.
stay the
They
fuck
knew
away.
not to stain themselves.
Let's say who's
With
the
this
best
movie.
actor in this? Is it Johnny Depp
It might be.
or
I
Al
mean,
Pacino? Because Al Pacino's had some shit before.
Johnny Depp might be the only person in the movie that didn't make me cringe. That was
he
in
was
it
just
for-
kind of there. He was in there
Yeah,
for
he
like
didn't
3
really-
lines.
He had like
Yeah.
maybe a
he
few
didn't really
lines.
do anything.
He didn't defile himself,
Yeah.
so that was a nice thing. He just wore like a cowboy hat.
He was more or less there to be like, Al Pacino went to the game so he wouldn't be seen. He was wearing a beard. And Johnny Depp's like, oh, what the fuck are you doing? That was pretty much the only reason he was even there.
Yeah, the joke is that they spot him on the celebrity cam, and you think they noticed Johnny Depp because he's just Johnny Depp. But then the camera pans over, and it's like, oh, they actually saw through Al Pacino's disguise. Haha.
It's just a beard.
I used to really like Al Pacino. I did. but now I want to see him cut up in a shower with a chainsaw.
I have no respect for anyone in this
just
movie.
like Scarface.
Watch The Irishman. Watch The Irishman. It's so good.
I'm gonna watch Scarface again.
You know,
I love Scarface.
I love Scarface.
you know what this movie made me feel like?
that you
All
should
right.
watch Scarface.
No,
Scarface.
This movie,
Scarface. Scarface. Scarface.
No, I'm gonna drop some Ben 10 lore.
Oh, he's
Wow.
what?
All right, so on Ben 10, there's a character named Professor Paradox.
Okay.
And they explain at one point that he like floated through space for eons. Mm-hmm.
I'm paying social security. I'm getting social security. I can't fucking relate to this.
No, let me explain. So they explain that he floated through space for eons, and they ask him like, but how did you not go insane? And he says something like, well, I did, but after a few millennia of that, I got bored, so I went insane again. And that's how I feel about this movie. Like after like 30 minutes, I went insane, and then I kind of got bored of that, and now I'm back to normal.
You looked genuinely angry.
Yeah, I was. I gave you a big genuine fuck you after we were
There's
done.
usually like a certain level of tongue-in-cheekness with these movies, even like the really shitty ones. But this one was like a genuine. You looked miserable.
Yeah,
Because even Chuck and Larry made us laugh like once.
did it?
Yeah, the condom box.
I don't think Chuck and Larry is that much better than this.
It wasn't that much better, but
what
somehow it was.
This was just way more offensive. I don't know. The worst thing about this movie to me is that since Adam Sandler plays both Jack and Jill, that means that all the scenes that contain both of those characters are completely scripted and not improvised at all. That means it was premeditated. Mm-hmm. They
Very-
thought that through.
very deliberate.
Yeah, like it was intentional. Everything
Holy
about it.
fuck.
There's no excuse. There's no excuse for this.
That's it.
I was saying holy fucking response, not because I had a point.
Yeah.
You look like you had a moment of clarity.
They both looked at me expectantly, and I was like, "Oh fuck!"
And like the whole movie, right, is like Adam Sandler being annoyed with Jill, and her being unwelcome, and oh my god. and then at the end of the movie, like he impersonates her and tries to fuck Al Pacino for some reason that I'm not clear on.
Because that was his last like chance to get Al Pacino for the commercial.
yeah, he's trying to get him for the Dunkachino commercial.
And basically, he was like, "Oh, I'll only do it if I get to be with Jill," and then he pretends to be Jill because he knows she wouldn't do it.
It's really rapey.
Yeah, a little bit.
it is.
little
I'm surprised there wasn't a rape joke in this.
Well,
I would almost give this credit for not having one if
my
we
good
didn't have
thing.
like 60 jumping the border jokes in
Okay.
between.
And so like I'm not sure how we get from point A to point B, but Al Pacino figures out that he's actually Jack instead of Jill, and somehow that leads him to feel bad that he was so mean to his sister. And so they go and make up. And it's supposed to be like this this movie has the fucking audacity to expect me to be emotionally invested in seeing the fuck, what's the word I'm looking for? Like the makeup process, I guess, of these twin siblings. And fuck you. Listeners, if you've seen this movie and you liked it, or you were actually like had any emotional investment in this scene where these twin siblings make up, please let me know, because I will fucking fight you. I hate you. I hate anyone who has anything that is not hatred for this movie.
The first three
Sorry,
people
so-
that give to our Patreon are going to get Harlan's social security number.
What's with you and socials, man?
I don't know. It's like a really deeply personal thing you don't want to give away, so that's why it's a punchline.
Okay,
See, I'm explaining the humor that this movie doesn't
wait,
have.
I'm still
where-
trying to get my identity back, asshole.
Where I'm going with this is that this movie wants me to value my relationship with my twin brother. I'm going to call Hayden tonight just to tell him I hate him.
You
I-
hated
this-
him?
Hating. You
Got him.
You're hating.
Hayden, if you're listening to this, I'm just kidding. I love you, but fuck you.
Just kidding.
I'm
Just
kidding.
kidding.
Kidding. I hope you enjoyed the music at your wedding. Anyway, I thought I'd have more to say, but that's all my notes. Fuck this movie.
I have a question. What do you think ever happened to Fun Bucket?
Who the fuck is Fun Bucket?
That was that chode that showed up to Adam Sandler's mansion to fuck.
So
what's
one
the-
of the
What the
many
hell is his sister's name again?
Jill. What are you talking
Oh
about?
yeah.
It's fucking Jack and Jill. What do you mean?
Yo, I just feel like I did meth. Okay, like
That was one of the subtle plot points, one of the arcs, if you will. They set her up a dating profile, and after no one messaged her, she's all depressed, and then he puts an ad on Craigslist, and a guy named Fun Bucket responds, and it's Norm Macdonald. He pulls up to the door. He's like, "You do anything, my sister will fucking kill you," and like, that's funny. And then
Is it?
yeah.
I don't think anything was funny.
Dude, literally nothing. Like we say that a lot when we watch bad comedies, and we say nothing was funny. But like, yeah, like
Nothing's funny.
at least Chuck and Larry had like that condom box joke that you guys
Yeah,
laughed at. Like
that was kind
And
of
see,
funny.
I shouldn't specifically remember that one joke because it was the only funny thing in the movie.
Exactly.
This one I will take away nothing from it.
this had
But-
nothing.
Yeah,
Fuck, what am I gonna
she
say?
went
for
out on a
good-
I
date
had
with
one-
Fun Bucket.
I actually have I know we talked about like what our good part was going to be, and I have a different one. It's not necessarily like good, but it's like
There was no pug in this movie.
I smiled at one point,
Okay.
unironically.
Let us know. What is it?
Oh, are we doing that right
no.
now?
Well, did you want to finish your thing that
Oh,
you were
yeah.
saying?
Oh,
Sorry. I
No, that's cool.
interrupted.
Well, she went on a date with Fun
Coward.
Bucket, and then he's like, oh, yeah, he wasn't really feeling it. He got up. He said he was going to use the bathroom. And then, like, 2 hours later, she goes, and he's still hiding in there. Why didn't he just leave the restaurant? You know?
Well, she like opened up
was
the
like
bathroom stall when she was looking for him, and we were all expecting him to have like hung himself.
Yeah, which is all he's probably hanging right up there. And then the camera pans up, and he's hanging by the light bulb.
Yeah, he's like Spider-Manning on the ceiling.
And it's way less funny
Yeah.
that way.
yeah, like,
Norm Macdonald has been hanging up on the ceiling for like 2 hours.
I mean, do you want me to say the part I thought was like mildly, it's not even necessarily
Yeah,
funny?
I-
It's
I-
just,
I don't
it's
have
just that
any-
it was like outlandish and kind of stupid. So
Is this
I,
your good thing, or is this
Oh,
just
I
a
think
joke?
we
I
have
that you
guess
the
this
enjoyed?
is my
same
good
thing.
thing.
I think we have the
Our
same
good thing. No, your good thing was something different. I think because you had a part where you were like, okay, that's kind of funny, and it was that same scene as Norm Macdonald that he's in. My part
don't
was
remember.
when Jill is using the jet ski in the swimming pool. I kind of smiled.
why?
Why?
I don't
Yeah,
know. It's just
why?
kind of outlandish to see. Like it's
Like
it's
him
stupid.
saying, "Oh, his
She- no,
his salary."
Like okay, when she launched into fucking space after that, okay, that's where like the joke ran out for me. But when Adam Sandler looks out of the window of his mansion and he sees himself in a dress, like I don't know, jet skiing around a swimming pool, that was kind of
That, a
that was
swimming pool
almost funny.
that's like 20 feet long.
It was almost
but-
funny.
no,
I'm not
but-
saying it was the fucking king of comedy, Harlan. I'm saying
Ju-
it was like okay.
Justin's defending Jack and Jill.
Justin likes Jack and Jill.
Whatever. You thought the salad thing was funny.
Oh, I'm just waiting for my salad to cool off.
Okay. No, she's like jet skiing in circles around this 20-foot pool, and then her jet ski somehow goes under the water, and then she shoots like 20 feet in the air. What the fuck? Like, how do you even explain that?
That's what I'm saying. Like the statute of limitations is with that joke. Is that like I thought the jet skiing in circles was almost fun. Again, I wasn't like losing my shit laughing. I kind of like the corners of my mouth just very slightly angled up, and then that happened,
That's
and I
too
looked
much.
dead again.
That's too much. Okay, so my I'm not gonna call it a good thing, but like the thing that I said was almost kind of funny was yeah, like when Jill gets ditched at the restaurant, the waiter's like, should I? It's been like a while, I guess, and the waiter's like, it's
been a while.
Should I take your salads? And she's like, oh no, he went to the bathroom, or he's waiting for his salad to cool off, and
And
it's-
Harlan belly laughed.
No, I didn't.
He let out a hearty keck,
No, I didn't.
and then he
No,
moonwalked across the room.
I'm just saying that was the most clever joke in the movie. Everything else is very like, like surface level.
Not.
like not
Yeah,
good,
very much not.
and
But
bad.
like the joke of the salad thing is, haha, salads don't have to cool off. So at least there's an
Harlan
actual,
likes Jack and Jill.
at least don't say that. I'll fucking
It's
fight
like a
you.
war crime.
Wait, are you sure you're Harlan?
Maybe I'm Hayden.
Whoa.
Pulls his beard off. I guess that brings me to my good thing, huh? Is it
Good is a point of view, Anakin.
from a certain point of view? Well, Adam Sandler was watching Scarface on his laptop. That 5 seconds was pretty cool.
That was originally my good thing, and then I saw the jet ski thing. I was like, okay. I guess we're.
Drew Carey was also in it.
So I'm sorry, I'm confused. So you just thought it was funny just to see her on the jet ski? Like, I'm sorry, I'm just genuinely confused at that.
Okay, I didn't think
Let's
it
go
was
back
like
to-
belly
let's go
laugh
back.
level funny.
Okay, I can accept
I
that.
almost like kind of half smiled at the idea of just like jet skiing around in this stupid little swimming pool.
You can admit your humor's bad. It's fine. If you thought it was funny, you know.
Am I talking to you? Shut the fuck up!
How did you guys feel at the beginning of the movie when they're going through like their childhood pictures and it shows a naked Jack and Jill crawling on the floor and baby Jill has like a giant fucking caboose?
They both did.
Yeah, they had giant thick asses, and I was like, what?
It caught me off guard. I just
You
didn't,
almost laughed.
I didn't expect the movie
You
to
let a
start
little
with like,
chuckle escape, didn't you?
I didn't expect the movie to start with like this thick
Harlan's a
baby.
chuckletron.
Chuckle try.
Do you think that scene was put in at the suggestion of Jared Fogle?
Oh god.
I really hope he didn't have like any suggestions that made it in.
When did that whole like shit happen with
I
his?
have no idea.
I feel like
Terrible.
it
I guess
had
it
to
was
be shortly after that
Yeah.
because I saw him in the movie and like before 2011 I thought it already had happened,
You think they would have like
But-
cut that for the
Yeah.
Blu-ray?
or just burned every copy.
I mean, I don't necessarily hear the what is it?
Well,
the
that
Happy
would imply
Madison
that people
crowd.
would be
Like they're not
watching it.
going to war for this movie. I think even they realize that this is kind of shit.
Yeah, because I
Or
feel like
very shit.
Kinda
nobody's
This,
watched
this
it.
is like shit exponentially so.
Nobody's watched it since 2011 except for us, so they probably don't really care.
I watched it like 3 years ago, so I guess I was
You've seen
carrying
this twice.
That's how much he loves it.
I was like carrying the torch for it then.
Were you?
I mean, I have the Blu-ray. I literally don't know what to do with it now. I'm never gonna watch this again.
Okay, we'll destroy it. We'll get rid of it.
Okay.
All right, well, what's our rating? I'm pretty sure we all can come to the
One.
consensus
And
of a
I will
one.
say like
A solid one.
yeah.
like this movie looks like, as far as like like the way it's shot, like it looks passable.
Looks like
but the,
shit.
But the writing is what brings it down. Like even if everything else was just like mediocre as fuck, the writing is offensive enough to make this a 1 by itself.
what
mean,
do you mean, Bubby?
There's not much technically going on. It's shot like a fucking soap opera. Everything
Yeah.
is like very slightly
very
oversaturated.
by the
It's not
numbers.
like that's the one part I guess that's not like offensively horrible, but it's not the part that requires any particular kind of talent. There's not any like
Exactly.
I don't think there's a single like shot in motion here.
Yeah.
Everything is just characters talking or like doing stupid shit.
Why was there a CGI like hamster? At one point?
Because his
On little
son
kid's back.
liked to tape things to himself.
What was with that? The kid's just like taping things to him to his
is-
torso.
that's
throughout
just-
the whole movie.
it just seems like a thing that's just, like-
audiences.
It's just
what
quirky.
This is
I guess
PG.
it's just a-
what
it's just
fucking
a
kid is
wall
watching
random
this?
I want to know how many kids got dragged with their parents to see this because I thought it'd be a fun family.
They're
movie.
like, oh, a PG Adam Sandler movie. I can finally take my kids.
And they're like horrible, soulless
I can
boomer
finally-
parents thought that this was funnier than the stupid kids did. And the kids were like, hey, I want to watch Ben 10 or whatever the hell was on in 2011.
I feel like this was pretty popular in like, I don't know, Alabama, Texas.
Shout out to I want to give a shout out to Alabama and Texas. You did it.
Blue State.
Ooh.
All right,
Okay.
what's our fucking trivia for this abortion?
All right.
Yeah, I
so,
can't wait to hear this.
Well, calm down.
Oh, we don't have like we don't have like Citizen Kane level lore. There's not going to be like a Mank to
I'm very sorry to
Jack and
disappoint you.
Jill.
There's not like a 12-page wiki article about the production of this.
No, but we do have a surprise for after trivia. So
Uh-oh.
let's see. Adam Sandler accidentally exposed his genitalia when he played Jill due to wearing a miniskirt.
Great.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yep, and there were kids at that. There were kids present for that. So
Oh.
Wow.
cool.
Neat.
All right.
Originally, the production wanted the ending gag to be based on Starbucks Frappuccino, but Starbucks refused, leading them to strike a deal with Dunkin' instead, leading to the Dunkachino in the final film.
Fuck you, Duncan.
That was a good move by Starbucks.
yeah,
Yeah,
Starbucks.
like,
You know
that
what?
That was
Shot up in my rankings.
Yeah, that was the bullet dodge of the century.
I'll buy your like $7.50 shot glass of coffee.
Starbucks was like, dodge this. And just fucking blew Jack and Jill's head off.
Well, Well, that's all the trivia I have.
That's it.
Yes, I'm sorry, but
Well, the Starbucks thing. Was cool.
because I
That's not a William Randolph Hearst of Jack and Jill.
I
I'm
genuinely
sorry.
find it hard to believe that anyone unironically enjoys this movie. So I thought it might be fun if we read some positive reviews of it.
Ooh. New segment.
Does it have like a 3% on Rotten Tomatoes?
It does. It does.
And okay, so I want to clear up a misconception of Rotten Tomatoes. I feel like Rotten Tomatoes, people take that as just a straight up score, like Metacritic or IMDb, where it's just averages of all the different scores. It's not that. It's the average of the positive reviews versus the negative reviews. So the
Yeah.
idea is it's supposed to be you have a 3% chance of liking this movie.
Yeah, basically.
So like the positive reviews could be like a 3 out of 5, or people
Yeah.
being like, it's fine, like it's passable.
That's why I don't really hold Rotten Tomatoes in that high regard.
Well, it's like
8 out of 10.
someone gave this an 8.
All right, let's hear it.
And
That's like what Wes gives Matrix
for-
Reloaded.
fairly recent
Yeah.
too. This review is from November of
Talking
2020.
about that's a 9 out of.
Someone reviewed Jack and Jill in 20. I mean, we're talking about it. What am I talking about?
Well, but we're shitting on it. Somebody gave it a positive review.
Someone came
few
out to
months ago.
stand for
What
Jack
are
and
they
Jill
like?
in
Just a
few
2020.
months ago.
In the middle of the pandemic, that's what people have been driven to. Is like
Were they like, you know
simping for
what?
Jack and Jill.
You know what? It wasn't that bad after all.
All right. Here's the review.
All right, here we go.
God.
Okay. Sorry. Title of the review is one of my favorite Sandler movies. Don't get the low score. Okay, really, this is a 7, but extra. Sorry, this is a 7.
Go on.
Mouth agape.
Okay,
not the only
okay,
thing.
really, this is a 7, but give extra stars because I just don't get the bad rating. I mean, come on, a 3.
Fuck you. Fuck you. Like person that wrote this. Fuck you. Personally.
This for me is one of his best films. Slot of his films. Oh, don't get. I don't know what they're trying to say there. So many funny moments.
Wow, they're
and he-
illiterate. I'm shocked.
And he pulls of a woman. He pulls of a woman so well as the annoying sister Jill. He should have got a award for that performance. This really is a good movie with a good cast, good light-hearted family entertainment that genuinely makes me laugh. I suffer with PTSD, and this is one of those movies that helps lift my mood without Valium. LOL.
Valium.
Valium. Sorry.
Oh my god.
For
Okay,
the
so
protection of the reviewer and his family, we're gonna not say the name.
Oh
I'm
my
not saying
god.
any names, but
All right, there's layers to
Jesus.
this. There's layers to this.
Let's peel this onion, Justin.
Was this a critic review or is it a user review?
user review.
Okay,
looking
that
at
explains.
user
Because I was about to say, like, what?
Here's another
fucking-
one from October 2020. 8 out of 10. Well, I thought it was funny. That's the title. Okay. It might not be a masterpiece.
That's a good tagline. that's a quote for the DVD box.
It might not be a masterpiece, but as a little light entertainment with a few laughs, it hits the mark. I don't know about that one, Chief. I'm not sure what some of these reviewers were expecting. My wife and I didn't exactly expect a sophisticated gem, but we did expect a few laughs, and that's exactly what we had.
That's your bar,
Right? Like,
your bar is a few. You know how many good fucking comedies there are? There's better comedies from Adam Sandler. I hate Adam Sandler, and like everything he's done is better, except for Pixels, is better than this.
I can't fathom that Pixels is worse than this. I've never seen Pixels,
Gentlemen,
but yes,
10 out of 10, a masterpiece. Posted January 8th, 2021.
he's trolling, dude.
That's
I can't
got to be
believe this.
trolling. There's no fucking way.
Best movie I've ever seen. Nothing will ever top this movie. When I think of movies, this is what I think of.
I feel like Wes wrote that this morning.
Okay, no, yeah. We gotta find a little bit lower. 5 out of 10, that's too high. Not the best, but not that bad. Loads of reviews giving this 1 out of 10, and it's really not that bad. It's probably better than a lot of the most recent Adam Sandler stuff. Definitely better than Murder Mystery. Some downright corny jokes, but they're still funny. Lots of slapstick, and Al Pacino is great. Such a good sport.
Is he? What's
Good-
your bar? What's your bar for not
Like-
that?
like
and
what?
like the PTSD thing kind of makes me feel bad because
Yeah.
it's like,
that
fuck,
makes
I
him
can't
laugh and he
gatekeep
feels
about
better,
like
you
what
know.
that is, but like, what is your bar here? Like, there's a shitload of fucking movies out there, a bunch of good comedies, better Adam Sandler comedies. I know this is not a comedy, but Uncut Gems kicks ass, and he's great
Oh, yeah,
in it.
he can be good.
Like,
Watch Billy Madison. Watch Happy Gilmore. Fuck this shit.
I don't even like love those movies, but those are way fucking better than this.
You can
do.
acknowledge
You can
the
sell
value.
me on the appeal of those. You can't sell me on the appeal of this. There is not a single fucking thing that like elicits a genuine laugh. Every single laugh we had at this was at its expense.
Oh, yeah.
I can't think of a single legitimately good thing that isn't a backhanded like comment or something that's like, wow, that in a vacuum is stupid. I can't give this anything. 0 out of 10. Fuck this movie.
No, you have to give us something.
It's in focus.
0.1 out of 10.
It's in focus.
There was a shot where it wasn't. 0.
Was there?
Yeah,
Yes.
it was in one of their like little
have
stupid
been one I was
commercial
zoning out.
montage things where they had I think it was
God.
like panning over.
You can't even give me that.
Or not?
movie?
No, it wasn't even the
Wow.
commercials. It was in like the flashbacks where I think it was like going over her hands or something, and it kept drifting in and out of focus. They can't even do that right. 0 out of 10. Fuck this.
10 out of 10. A misunderstood film.
By Harlan.
How dare you? This is probably one of the great films ever made and one of the most misunderstood.
This is troll shit. Like,
A lot of people hate this film, but it's simply a masterpiece. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna skip this
yeah.
one. Let's see. I'm looking for
Dumb.
another
Your
great
joke's
film.
bad. Sorry.
Yeah.
No, I'm not sorry. You're not funny.
Yeah. Like if you want to give a positive review, make it believable.
Yeah,
You know.
go watch
Make-
Die Hard like an adult.
Yeah.
Die Hard was
Just wanna
funnier
find
than
one
this.
more.
Like Kevin Smith's worst movies are better than this.
True. Yoga hosers.
I didn't watch Yoga Hosers. Wait, yes I did. I watched Yoga Hosers and it was
What are we watching?
Better
Paul
than Jack
Blart.
and Jill.
Paul Blart. Oh God.
We watched that last year.
I think Paul Blart's better than this.
Paul Blart is
I
better than
legit
this.
have a hard time imagining anything worse than this. Like, it's a new low, man.
It's a new
Paul
level.
Blart's bad, but it's a movie.
This is not
Vaguely has a plot. This is like an anthology.
okay. I think that's gonna be it because I'm having to scroll too far to find another like.
Well, are there any good critic reviews?
Yeah, I think
I don't care what like greasy mouth breathing neckbeards have to say. I want to hear what the Hollywood aficionado.
It doesn't let me.
I want to know what the Sun Times thinks about Jack and Jill.
It doesn't let me like.
I want to know what the intellectually elite think of this.
Please dazzle me, New York Post.
Can you see it on Rotten Tomatoes? Sorry, give me just a sec.
A HuffPost intern might have enjoyed this when they were like 10.
Harlan's writing his good review now. I can see his little fingers going.
Please don't.
10 out of 10. A masterpiece. A masterclass in film.
Brian Gill said, "I'm not saying we should take Pacino's Oscar away from him because of this movie. I'm just saying that's a conversation I'm willing to have."
I agree.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. All right.
Wait, what did he win an Oscar for again? Was it Godfather?
I have no
It
idea.
had to be, right? Godfather 2.
Okay, sorry, bear with me. There's a lot. I'm trying to find the positive ones because there's 3%. I mean, somebody gave it a positive review.
Dude, Fantastic Four has a higher score.
Jackie K. Cooper of JackieKCooper.com gave it a 6 out of 10 and said aimed at kids but provides a few chuckles for the adults too.
Was this aimed at kids?
I really don't
Was
think
this
so.
aimed at
'cause, yeah,
kids?
like
I
all
wouldn't have given a shit about this as a kid.
a
And
lot of the jokes are like gonna go over the kids' heads. You know, like all the sexual innuendos and shit. Like
also,
like the border hopping shit. Kids aren't gonna understand.
Al Pacino was nominated for Godfather and Godfather 2, but he didn't win. He won Best Actor in '93 for Scent of a Woman, which I did not see.
Michael
haven't seen
A.
that either,
Smith
actually.
of Media Mics gave a 3 out of 5. He said, "The premise gets annoying after a while, but that is when Pacino shows up to make things interesting. He gets great laughs spoofing his serious side while on stage, and, when his Oscar is accidentally damaged, zings the Academy Awards." You give it a 3
Wow,
out
what
of
a
5
social
for that.
statement.
John Hazelton from
What a
Screen-
hot take that the
from
Oscars are
Screen
trash.
International
Hot take.
said it won't make many new converts, but Adam Sandler fans will be plenty happy with Jack and Jill, a broad and endearingly loopy family comedy in which Sandler stars alongside himself in drag, and even more bizarrely, Al Pacino playing himself. So, like, how's that a positive review?
All right, I'm done. I'm done with this. Fuck.
I'm
This.
over it.
Yeah.
Yeah, get this out of here. Get this trash out of here.
Hope you liked our new segment.
What a movie to start on.
Dude, it can only go
One where
up.
we're just like
We
dying
had
of thirst in the desert for
we had to scroll through annals.
It can only go uphill from here.
of like troll reviews.
So
What are we watching next week,
whatever you
Harlan?
pick has to be fucking better than this. Wait, is Harlan picking or is the wheel picking?
The wheel is picking because I didn't really have anything in mind. So,
We're gonna watch another stupid DreamWorks movie.
Maybe. Let me just disable.
We're gonna watch Shark Tale or something like that.
Okay. Here we go.
Oh fuck.
Gentlemen, I will see you next week for Left Behind starring Nicolas Cage.
God damn it. I have to watch this again.
All right. Sounds good.
Oh, it's like a breath of fresh air after this, though.
Cool. Well, thanks for joining us.
Or don't. We don't. We're not happy about
We're
it.
gonna go
Don't-
take shots of bleach.
Don't watch Jack and Jill.
Like seriously, don't. Like not even like.
Don't
with
even watch it
friends if you're
ironically.
drunk.
It's shitty.
We're gonna go hang ourselves in the breezeway like Sixth Sense. Bye.
Bye.
You're trash, bro.
I need a second, okay? Why can't anybody give me a goddamn second?
Hold on. You dig on multiverses?
That's it. What, we some kind of
B-roll boys.